So I'm Mark. I'm here with
I'm Ernie.
Ernie. So I just explained to you the concept of the show. It's your time. What do you have to say?
I think that city council should take a more proactive involvement with regard to gentrification in Philadelphia.
Okay. And what specifically? Is it getting too gentrified?
Some sections and neighborhoods are, and pushing the traditional residents out of Philadelphia, really.
Is your area threatened by this?
I live in Point Breeze section, and yes, it is overly gentrified presently, and it continues to be. Yeah, the Point Breeze section of South Philadelphia, zip code 19146.
Other than just the look of your neighborhood, are your taxes going up?
My taxes have gone up. I was able, because I'm a senior citizen, to freeze my taxes. But I'm sure from what I've been reading that due to the pandemic, the city may try to raise taxes again. The problem as it exists is that the new homeowners are exempt from paying taxes for 10 years. Some, not all, may move out and not pay any taxes. That becomes a problem for those of us that are stuck with the properties.
So that's very interesting. We can keep talking about that, but that just reminded me of what's fair is fair, and now we're talking about canceling student debt, all the student loans. People are pushing to just cancel them. What are your thoughts?
Well, I was a student many, many years ago, so I can understand that. But I think that as opposed to canceling all student debt, perhaps half the debt could be canceled. That would be equitable, I would think.
It's an interesting compromise, half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's more than fair. Education's not free. At least higher education's not.
Did you end up paying all your loans?
I did many, many years ago.
So would you see any retroactive reimbursement, or is that just gone?
No, that's gone.
So just young people?
Yeah, exactly.
The same young people that are getting the tax abatement in the neighborhoods?
Yes, many. Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal for young people. I gotta say.
Yeah.
Generous man.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about the average property is about $300,000. The renewed properties, they're 3 or more stories. So Philadelphia is no more than another borough of New York City.
These people need to grow up. The terrorists that are living here need to leave.
Okay, so it sounds like we're talking white supremacy. Is that what we're talking about?
We're talking anybody that's a domestic terrorist needs to get out of the country. They need their passports taken away and thrown out. They don't belong here. We don't need them. 95% of the people here are good people. You got 5% are trying to ruin it for everybody else. The president did nothing wrong. All he expected them to do was go there and protest like we've grown up doing, and you can't put this on him. He's one of the best people. You wouldn't know he has $5 in his pocket. He's a good man. He's done a lot for the country, and since day one, they didn't give him a break. Not one break did they give him.
So what do you think? So what do you think about this current attempt? They're impeaching him right now. What are your thoughts?
It's wrong. The man is innocent. He didn't do anything wrong. He's done so much for this country. It's a shame because this country's in a terrible twos. Okay, people don't know how good they have it here.
I'm Mark Naughton, and who am I here with?
I'm Zay.
I'm Willa.
Okay, you guys in a relationship together?
Yeah.
Okay, what are your thoughts about pornography? Where are we at with that?
How to cancel out my life. That shit is toxic as fuck. Y'all gotta not pay for OnlyFans, go outside, walk. Porn's, you don't need that anymore. Cut it out your life.
I think that there are probably some really good resources out there for single people or people that feel comfortable doing that with their partners. I think that there are better resources than the ones that are super advertised in media. So I think Pornhub is definitely not the way to go. But go find some other safe stuff, and you can find some amateur shit and other stuff that I'm sure is real fun to watch.
Hold up. You ever see porn companies like donate and like actually do cool stuff? Like Pornhub had like ads for like planting trees and stuff. That's the only good thing about the porn industry. They got money. So
it's okay as long as they give back?
I don't know. Porn's not okay, but the companies, they get a thumbs up for me if they actually give back in that type of way.
So
There's good and bad.
would you say your relationship has improved if it sounds like you gotten away from it or want to? Am I right?
I have definitely given up porn. It's great. I feel better now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Good.
I
Thank
feel
you.
great about it. No, seriously. Like,
All right.
that shit's toxic. Y'all don't need that. It's toxic as hell.
Find some other good resources.
Yeah,
and
there
you'll
you
be
go.
great.
Hey guys, thanks for being on the show. Okay, are we good to go? So my name's Mark Naughton. I'm here with
Zita.
Zita.
Mhm.
Okay, Zita. I guess we're sitting here wondering. We're hearing a lot of talk about canceling all student loans and student debt.
I hope so.
Do you have any?
I got a lot of them.
You have a lot of them.
Yeah, I hope they cancel it.
Okay. What do you think that's fair to maybe the people who've already paid theirs? Do you think that's fair?
I guess not. We need to put it that way. No, but it helps a lot of people now.
I'm Mark, and I'm here with.
Lindsay.
Okay, Lindsay, and the whole thing about the show is whatever you want to discuss, and we'll just have a conversation. It's wildly popular for some reason. So, what's on your mind?
What is on my mind? Lots is on my mind. How about you ask me a question and probe me?
Okay. Did you go to college?
I did go to college. I went to California University of Pennsylvania out in Pittsburgh.
Okay. Did you take out loans?
Yes, I did.
Do you still have outstanding loans?
Yes, I do.
And there's a lot of talk right now about canceling all those debts. What do you think?
Like the whole $12,000 I owe.
For you, yeah, 12,000. What do you think about that?
Wait, they're really gonna cancel that?
Well, that's the conversation. Elizabeth Warren is all over it. She wants total cancellation, and she's putting pressure.
That would make me so happy. That would make me so happy. I haven't paid them in months though because I'm in for forbiddance. What is it called?
Right. So former President Trump, he suspended interest payments and the payments on it. So that's probably something you benefited from. It sounds like if you haven't been paying.
I haven't had to pay them since like March.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
Can I talk about something else?
You could absolutely. This is your show.
So I am a teacher, but I also, so I'm kind of like a shampoo dealer. So you like, there's these hair products, vegan free, like they're called Monat, and I swear by them, and they make my hair really beautiful.
Okay,
And
I could
sell
tell.
Shampoo. Right now it's a hot mess, but
Well, it looks fine from
and
here.
then I have a great community of women that back me up, and we're like a little tribe, and we sell it together, and we motivate each other. It's pretty great, yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like you're a little bit of an entrepreneur. Then you're out there.
I am. I'm building my small business.
Even though you're a teacher, you're still out there hustling, trying to get some American
I
dream.
want to help people with their hair.
I'm Mark Naughton, and we're on the Mark Naughton Show, and I'm with.
Michael Cephas.
Okay, Michael Cephas. So, direction of the country. Where are we going? Are you happy? Is it looking good? Is it looking bad? Your opinion.
My opinion is I think the country is having a rude awakening. I am surprised that it has taken something this drastic and so long to hit home. We have dodged so many bullets since 9/11. That's all I can expound on. That's okay. So, real rap. So that's all I can expound on.
You think we're gonna do better? You think we're on the right path? Is it a growing pain? One gentleman we just spoke to, he said that America is in its 2-year-old stage. It's just a little kid right now going through growing pains. What say you?
Well, if he means growing pains, like as in pain that hurts, we all have a lot of more pain that we're getting ready to feel besides what we're feeling now. In other words, we all want to be optimistic, but the truth is there's going to be more pain that we have to endure before it gets better. So like it's winter time, we really need to brace ourselves.
Mark? Yeah, so I'm Mark Naughton. We're on the Mark Naughton Show where we discuss anything that you want to talk about. So I'm here with
Robert?
Okay, Robert. Let's do it. What do you want to talk about?
Well, by looking at some wonderful films in the last year, including one called Echo in the Canyon, which has in it, it's from a few years ago, won a bunch of awards. Bob Dylan's son Jacob is the narrator and also a wonderful singer and guitar player in there. So in the movie are people that were almost worshipped as artists at my time. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, David Crosby. There's another movie on him done by the great director Cameron Crowe.
So why does this movie touch you so much? Why are we talking about it?
Okay, great question. Not only the music, but the articulation by the musicians of their philosophy of what was going down with this. The attempt to recognize everyone's humanity, totally anti-war, anti-Vietnam in those times. The idea of a cultural revolution, not so much physical like some of the shit happening now. But a lot of hope in the air, enthusiasm. Do you know what enthusiasm means?
I sure do. I know what enthusiasm means. Do you think we have enthusiasm in the air now? If you lived through that time period, how do you...
There is some coming in your generation, and my sons, they're in their early 30s. I'm not giving up hope on now, but I'm reaching back with these films, and they're very, sometimes I cry. They're so powerful, that music. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Mamas and the Papas, Bob Dylan, Don McLean, who I never thought much of. He's incredible, you know.
So you think we're just maturing right now, and we have to get back to that?
No, not back to that. Forward to something new, which I look forward to. I don't want it to be a rehash of the oldsters generation. We had our time, we did our thing. Most of us are heading on out, right?
So where do we go from here? It sounds like you're optimistic. Sounds like you see some hope.
Some of the hope is your generation. Both my sons, 31 and 34, are musicians, and they've got a lot of the hope and optimism. They also see all the crap that's going on.
What advice can you give the generation right now?
Okay. Boy, you asked a good question. You ought to be an interviewer. Do not give in to fear, no matter what you do. Well, that's just negative. Do not. How about what should you have? You should cultivate courage in any kind of circumstance you're in, including with your girlfriend. All right?
That's very good advice.
This is my field, speaking blah, blah.
Anything else? It was great advice coming from someone who's experienced a lot in life.
Okay. The government's fine to help you with sometimes financially, but keep the government basically out of your soul and get very clear as early as you can, I'd say by 30, 35, of what are your 2 or 3 specific goals in life. You've got to be real clear. How can you do anything if you don't know what you're doing? You don't just get knocked around by your job, the girlfriend, whatever, the church. You want to do your thing. That's a real hippie thing.
That's very, very good wisdom and good advice. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Can I say a final thing?
Absolutely.
That'll be 500 big ones.
This election, okay, if you have a gallon of milk, okay, and you have like 5-6 ounces that's with bad, that whole gallon's bad. Okay, that's how the election is. Okay, if you have some fraud is fraud. You know, and you can't say, well, this fraud, that fraud. Fraud is fraud. The president called it. He's on top of his game. He's a smart man, and you know what? Nobody's done as much for this country in the shortest time he's done it. And you know, my heart goes out to him. I would take a bullet for that man in a thousandth of a second. I would lay down my life for him. That's how much of a patriot he is, and I am.
That's a very powerful statement. Do you think he? Well, let's just say, what do you think's next for him?
The next you're going to see him in government again. He's not done. No way he's done. He has done more for this country, and you know what? And he's not from there, and it's a swamp.
You think sooner or later there might be some buyer's remorse?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not buying it. I'm telling you that right now. The president, he won, you know, and you know what? When you build something on sand, it's built on sand, okay?
Some of the people have the most horrible views on America, and they've never left the States. You ever notice that?
Sure. Now, I lived in California for 20 years. I'm from North Philly.
Okay.
And people are quick to say, oh, you shouldn't go live in California. Never been there.
Right.
Never been around the block.
Right.
Or off the block.
Yeah.
This is very nice, what you're doing.
So, okay, I'm an English scholar a little bit. Mother, right? Women can become a mother. Comes from the Latin mater, which means matter. Women are much more down to earth. We're supposed to be macho men. Women are, look at the stuff they have to do.
Oh, yeah.
We all came from, until recently, from a woman, right? All right, here's my line. You can't say chicks these days. For the women, okay? And I have a wonderful, beautiful woman. I don't call her a chick. All right. Now I want your opinion. I can't use it because I'm with someone. But, okay, a lot of the women you may notice, instead of, no offense, it's black or white, the women are having beautiful masks, right? Artistic with colors and all this crap. So you go up, don't come up too fast, walk up. How you doing? Do you ask permission? I'll tell you my technique. Do you mind if I ask you a question? Oh, okay, you know, and you got to smile and feel. Don't do it if you're in a bad vibe, okay? Hey, baby, what do you look like under that mask? They're good? They're good?
He didn't take a cent. And he's a good man. And like I said to you before, you wouldn't know he has $5 in his pocket, okay? And I'll tell you that straight up, okay? Because I have some insight. I'll leave it at that.
Great. Thanks for being on the show.
Not a problem.
All right. Take care. Yep.